So I want to have a heart-to-heart, and oh, is the air conditioning on? It's very expensive. One of my favorite quotes is, "Patience is the passion of all great hearts." Now, I don't really know who said that or if I'm misquoting it completely, and yes, Google is right there, but you know. Endurance is the crowning quality, and patience all the passion of great hearts. James Russell Lowell. I like the way I say it better anyway. Patience is a great passion, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what being patient really means. First and foremost, I think it's really important to be patient with yourself. Now, what exactly do I mean by that? Let's use the example of going back to school. Let's say you have a terrible habit of never ever doing your homework, and usually you cope with this with lots of self-hate and anger. That's not productive. You're not doing yourself any good. You have to be as patient with yourself as you would with your best friend. If you're watching your best friend and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm not doing my homework again. This is so like me. I am literally the worst person alive." And you're sitting there looking at them like, "You're not the worst person alive." Then try and think of yourself that way too. How am I gonna do this? Got it. Nailed it. So being patient with yourself doesn't mean continue to do the bad habit. Being patient with yourself means instead of berating yourself and getting so angry, just let go of the anger and have patience with the fact that you haven't quite gotten over this hurdle yet. Confucius once said, "I'm a total misogynist pig." Okay, and he also said, no matter how slowly you go, don't stop. For the next area of patience I'd like to explore is patience with others. I have everything written down on here. The next area of patience I'd like to explore is patience with others. Now, other people might not really be deserving of your patience, especially if they're acting like total selfish bastards. Wait, this is supposed to be a video about loving people despite their ignorance. Let's take the example of telling your parents that you are an artist, and maybe you've been an artist your whole life and you've only now realized that you were born this way and you are an artist and you're going to pursue art and make beautiful art with the person that you love. That might be really hard for your parents to accept, especially if they thought you were going to be a lawyer and expected you to be a lawyer and make lawyer babies happen in your lawyer paradigm of life, but you're an artist and maybe you didn't know that. Or maybe you're not ready to call yourself an artist. That's totally cool. Point is, you have to be patient with others because they're gonna say some pretty hurtful and ignorant things like, maybe you just think you're an artist because it's cool these days, but you're too pretty to be an artist, or too handsome to be an artist, or too smart to be an artist, or too successful to be an artist, or you come from too healthy and loving of a family to feel like you need to act out by being an artist. They might say some things that are really hurtful and really ignorant because they don't really understand what you're going through and are pretty much only experiencing this from their perspective at that time. But somehow find a way to be patient? What's the benefit of being patient with people like that? The point again is it's better to be patient than to be angry. Not saying that they don't deserve your anger, because you're feeling hurt and you're a human being with your own responses and that's totally okay, but rather holding on to that negativity and just wishing it was a different type of relationship right now might actually do your insides more harm than good. Also, it's best to be patient if you're in it for a long-term goal, like having a healthy relationship with this other group of people or friends or whatnot. It might turn out that you're not going to be able to have the relationship you thought you wanted, but in the short term, it's better to show them the understanding that you deserve. And a big part of that understanding is patience. Okay, I stood here for this one and here for this one. Occurs to me now I broke this into halves and not thirds. Lower third. The last area I'd like to ask you guys to explore is patience with things outside of your control. That can be work, again that can be school, or that can be an opportunity that you were waiting for that was given to somebody else. That sucks. Yes, there are going to be things that are outside of your control, but maybe it's a better use of your time to be patient and focus that energy and have faith and pour it into something else. That might turn into a better opportunity than you even thought. You know what they say, it's not the destination, it's the journey. But that's really not applicable when you have to pee. And let's say you're shooting a video about patience, and so in your head you're kind of thinking, I don't need to pee yet. I need to end this thing on a joke. What's a pun about patience? Subscribe to this channel for more jokes always. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I guess that's what I do. Mwah!
Yeah.
What's chimichurri?
Oh, no one really knows.
Oh.